Thank you for taking a few minutes to watch this unboxing video of the Snack point of sale system. We are going to walk you through everything that you need to know to get this system set up and running. And obviously, if you have any questions at all, please reach out to our support team. With that being said, let's dive in and let's unbox a Snack point of sale system. All right, so let's go ahead and dive in and see what we've got inside of the Snack POS box. So when you get the point of sale system, you're going to get a box going to look just like this. Let me show you what's inside. So right here in front of me, we have the Snack point of sale system with both the merchant facing display and the customer facing display. And we also have the power cable. So now that we have those out of the box, the next thing you want to make sure you're doing is that you have the device facing you correctly. So there's two screens are really pretty much the same size, which is awesome to have a big customer display. But we want to make sure that as the merchant, we have the receipt printer facing you. And so we can see that receipt printer spot. We're going to turn that around. One other very important item that should have arrived with the large box that this system came in, or it may have arrived in a separate smaller box, is the credit card reader right here. And so what we're going to do before we get this plugged into the power source, we're going to go ahead and just get this device plugged in. And so there's a USB, and we're going to plug it right into the side in the USB port. And then once we get it set up and going, we'll show you where to find that reader to make sure that it's working properly. Once the credit card reader is plugged in, we're now ready to start up our point of sale system. So on the front here, there's a little flap that comes back, and we're gonna pull that back like this. And we're gonna plug in the device here. Then on the side of the device, right below where we have the credit card reader plugged in, we have the power button. So we're gonna click on that and start up the device. Once we have the device powered on, the next step is to make sure we have internet connectivity. You can do that either with the flap in the front here where we have an Ethernet port, and so you can plug your internet right in. Or what I'm gonna do is connect via Wi-Fi. And so right here on the screen, we can click on the Wi-Fi settings, and we're going to find our Wi-Fi network and connect. Well, now we have on our screen the Snack POS application. Let's get logged in and see what it looks like. Once we log in, we're gonna come to the screen here where we enter the employee passcode. Now, in addition to setting up the menu, which would have already happened before the device arrived, hopefully using the Snack POS team and the back office system, you also want to make sure that each of your employees has a unique code that they can use to log into the system. Now, you don't have to set up a unique code for every single employee, but just remember that if you do set up unique codes, you can attach certain permission sets. So you might have, for instance, waiters and waitresses, and when they log in with their unique code, you know their position. And so they may not have access to back office reporting or be able to change settings or admin type features. Whereas you might have a restaurant manager where when they log in, they would see the full suite of all the things that can be done in the software. So you are gonna need that passcode. If you don't know what that passcode is, just reach out to the Snack POS team so that you can get that passcode and get logged in. I'm gonna go ahead and just enter a demo number here, and we're gonna get logged in. When you get your Snack POS device, the internal printer is already gonna be connected, and that's gonna be the default printer that's used to print the receipts. However, if you want to double check and make sure that there's paper in the printer, or you just want to know how to replace the paper in there, all you do is on the side, you pull this little latch, comes down, and you can actually see the printer paper there. Close it back up again, use both hands to push on that. Now that we know our printer is working, let's make sure that our credit card machine is set up properly. So we're going to go ahead and click here on the menu, click on hardware, and then click on the credit card machine. And you'll notice it'll already have one here. It shows that we have one connected to the USB. We're gonna click on connect, and that's it. Our credit card machine is connected. It's that simple, but that is a process you need to go through just to make sure that device is connected and working properly. One other piece of hardware I wanna cover real quick because it's so common, and that is the kitchen printer. Now, these Epson printers, of course, can be used at a bar. They can be used back in the kitchen area, whatever it is. But when you wanna have that separate printer that's printing a receipt, you're gonna get a box that looks just like this one. Let's open it up and take a look. Now that we have the printer unboxed, it's time to connect it to our device. Now there's three different ways you can do that. The first way is with a Wi-Fi connection. And so that is one way you can do it, is connect it to the wireless internet connection that is also connected to the device. However, that's gonna be generally your least dependable option, but it is an option that you can utilize. The second option is a Bluetooth connection, especially if it's going to be really nearby to the main device. And that's what I'm going to be doing today. But the third option, and the one that Snack POS always encourages the merchant to do, is to connect with a hardwired connection. So you just need a landline Ethernet cable to connect the two together. And that's going to give you your best, most reliable connection. Anytime you get into wireless networks, there's other variables outside of the control of the point of sale company that can cause issues. So let's go ahead and connect for Bluetooth for right now. But when you're thinking about the setup in the business, think more in terms of a hardwired connection for the most dependable connection. Okay, let's go ahead and plug in our power cable. We're just gonna flip the printer over here. And on this back part, we're gonna pull this out a little bit. And then we're just gonna pop the bottom right off like this. And right here, we're gonna have the spot for the power cable. So we're gonna plug that in. Now, in this case, because I'm doing a Bluetooth connection, I only needed to plug in the power supply. It'd be the same thing with a wireless connection, of course. But as I'm sure you noticed there, we also have the landline or the Ethernet port where you can put a hard wire in there if you want to run it directly to the device in that way. Now, the next step before we turn on Bluetooth or connect Wi-Fi is we want to go ahead and put our printer paper in there. So we got some paper in the printer when it starts up. Okay, now we have our printer paper in the device. Let's go ahead and hit the power button and turn it on. We got printer paper in it. We're all ready to go, but we have one last step, and that is that we need to activate the printer, and we need to tell the Snack POS system what type of printer it is and how we're utilizing it. So we're gonna go to the menu. We're gonna go to hardware. We're gonna click on printer. And now you'll notice at the bottom, we have printers here. We already dealt with the inner printer, but now we have this other one that we just connected, and you see it starts with that capital TM. And so this one here, we're gonna click on active. And when we click on that, it's going to give us a selection. Is this a kitchen printer? Is it a customer printer? Or is it a kitchen and customer printer? So this is very important because there are unique settings that you can put in place for these various options. So in this case, just to show you how the printer works, we're gonna go ahead and select that it's a customer printer. In other words, we're printing something for the customer to see. If it's a kitchen printer, well, now we're printing something for the kitchen staff to see as far as, hey, here's an order that needs to be created. And now you can see that the printer is active. And just to show you that it's working correctly here, click on a couple of items here. So we're gonna go like blueberries here, click add, done. Okay, and now we're gonna click on pay with cash. So they gave us the exact right amount, and we have our customer receipt. So you'll notice that the receipt automatically printed. That's a setting that's in here that we have it set to auto print the customer receipt. But if we need to print another copy for whatever reason, we can click on print. It's gonna print another copy, okay? Or if we want to email or text, we can send the receipt to the customer in that way. One final item as you finish up the setup process, and that is gonna be the cash drawer. Now I saved the easiest for last because all you have to do is literally plug it in. So right here on the front of the device, we have an option right here, right in between the two different USB port sections. There's a small, right here, a small spot where we can plug in the cord, and we just plug in that cord for the cash drawer, set the device on top of the cash drawer, and we are ready to go. That cash drawer is just gonna work automatically. Thank you for taking time to go through the unboxing video. We realize at Snack POS that setting up a point of sale system can feel overwhelming, and we understand that. If you went through this video and you still have questions, of course, reach out to our support team. We'd be more than happy to help you out. Head over to snackhq.com. Thank you again for watching this video, and thank you for using Snack Point of Sale.